The latest Fantastic Four movie has generated great anticipation and discussion among fans and critics. With a positive reception and a promising start at the box office, the film seems to be on the right track to becoming a significant success. Fantastic Four has been praised for its engaging plot and the chemistry between the actors, standing out as a high-quality production within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. After a series of mediocre performing films, such as Captain America, Censor and Thunderbolts, this new release seems to have rekindled the public's interest. The film's pre-release in the United States grossed around $24 million, surpassing the previous of previous Marvel movies and setting a new record for the MCU. This encouraging result suggests that the Fantastic Four could reach a box office between $600 and $700 million, rivaling the recent Superman film. Marvel faces the challenge of overcoming its own track record of recent productions that have not pleased audiences as much. However, the positive reception and favorable word of mouth may help the Fantastic Four overcome these barriers. Additionally, the inclusion of well-known characters and the promise of a new phase in the Marvel Cinematic Universe are factors that could attract more viewers. Compared to the Superman film, the Fantastic Four has the advantage of being part of an already established universe loved by many fans. While Superman needs to prove its worth as a reboot, the Fantastic Four already has a solid base of followers. Reviews on platforms like IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, and Metacritic show that both films are tied in terms of critical and audience reception. On IMDb, both have a score of 7.5. On Rotten Tomatoes, Fantastic Four has an 89% approval rating from critics and 93% from the audience, while Superman has 83% and 92%, respectively. On Metacritic, the scores are 66% for Fantastic Four and 68% for Superman. In summary, Fantastic Four seems to be on the right track to becoming one of Marvel's most successful films, combining cinematic quality with a strong start at the box office. Now, we just have to watch how the film performs in the coming weeks and whether it can maintain this positive momentum. The Fantastic Four became our protectors, and it seems that some scenes were cut from this movie. I think it could have lasted longer, maybe 2.5 or even 3 hours, to better explore the characters and their stories. Ben Grimm, for example, is shown as Reed's best friend, and his interactions with family and friends are well portrayed. He is intelligent and an excellent space pilot, but his romance and his struggle with missing his former appearance could have been explored more. Ben Grimm accepts himself as he is, jokes around with the kids, but he could have been shown in greater depth. If there was one character who lacked development, it was the Thing. Reed Richards is super intelligent and truly deserves the title of the smartest man in the world. He doesn't just claim to be intelligent, he proves it by creating incredible technologies, such as teleportation devices and spaceships that travel faster than the speed of light. His inventions change reality and benefit all of humanity. Reed creates robots to walk dogs, cars, and advanced communication systems. In addition, he is portrayed as a father, husband, best friend, and team leader. There are scenes of him changing the baby's diapers and creating technology to analyze his son's powers. Pedro Pascal did an excellent job in the role. This film is more science fiction than superhero movie, striking a good balance between the two genres. The most impressive scene for me is when they are at the height of science fiction. The first act shows the team in their daily lives, saving people with their superpowers and doing even more beyond that. Reed Richards is a professor and creates technology, while Sue Storm is a diplomat concerned about the entire world. In the second act, the Silver Surfer arrives and they go to Galactus, who is both impressive and terrifying. There was a lack of more Galactus and Silver Surfer in this film. They are chased by Galactus and the Surfer, manage to escape, and almost everyone gets hurt. They fly in a ship faster than the speed of light, and the Surfer does the same, riding the waves of light speed. They go into a black hole, and Reed steers the ship to lure the Surfer into the black hole. They use invisibility on the ship and the Surfer is sucked into the black hole. This scene is incredible, with the Surfer being pulled in and his body stretching out. In the third act, Galactus arrives on Earth, towering and bigger than all the buildings. Reed Richards tries to teleport the entire planet to another galaxy, but the Surfer destroys everything. Galactus arrives and there's only a little bit of teleportation left. They try to throw Galactus into a black hole, but they can't. Sue Storm dies trying to push Galactus. The Surfer helps the heroes because Johnny Storm speaks to her in her own language, reminding her of her planet and her daughter. The Surfer sacrifices herself along with Galactus in the black hole. But neither of them dies. Galactus will return and the Surfer is still alive. At the end, Sue Storm almost dies, and there's an emotional scene where Franklin Richards, the baby, uses his powers to bring her back to life. Franklin Richards is incredibly powerful. There's a post-credits scene with Dr. Doom, building anticipation for the next movie. Starting next week, videos about each Marvel production will be released in chronological order, all the way up to Avengers. The most day. The hype is high and this movie is amazing. The only thing missing was more story and character development. The Fantastic Four is a superhero team created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, who debuted in the Fantastic Four in November 1961. The group is made up of Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, and Ben Grimm, the Thing. They gained their powers after being exposed to cosmic rays during a space trip. Reed Richards, a scientific genius, can stretch his body into any imaginable shape. Sue Storm has the power to become invisible and create force fields. Johnny Storm can control fire and fly, while Ben Grimm possesses superhuman strength and rocky skin. The Fantastic Four are known for their cosmic adventures and for protecting Earth from various threats, including the fearsome Galactus and his herald, the Silver Surfer. Reed Richards, also known as Mr. Fantastic, is the leader of the Fantastic Four and one of the smartest men in the world. His ability to stretch and shape his body into any form makes him a versatile fighter. In addition to his physical abilities, Reed is a brilliant inventor, responsible for many of the advanced technologies used by the group. Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, is one of the most powerful members of the quartet. She can become invisible and create nearly indestructible force fields. Sue is married to Reed Richards, and together they have two children, Franklin and Valeria, who also possess special powers. Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, is Sue's younger brother and brings a sense of humor and adventure to the group. He can engulf his body in flames, fly, and project fire. Ben Grimm, the Thing, is known for his brute strength and rocky skin. Despite his intimidating appearance, Ben is one of the kindest and most loyal members of the Fantastic Four. The Fantastic Four have faced many iconic villains throughout their adventures. One of the most notable is Dr. Doom, a brilliant scientist and powerful sorcerer who has become one of the group's greatest enemies. Another significant villain is Galactus, the Devourer of Worlds, who threatens to consume Earth. The Silver Surfer, one of Galactus's heralds, is also a complex character who has had both conflicts and alliances with the Fantastic Four. In addition, the group has already faced threats such as Mole Man, the Monarch of the Depths, and the Super Skrull, an alien capable of mimicking the powers of the quartet. These epic confrontations are an essential part of the Fantastic Four's stories and help define their legacy as protectors of Earth. The Fantastic Four have had several headquarters over the years, the most notable being the Baxter Building in New York. This building served as the group's base of operations and was equipped with advanced technology developed by Reed Richards. In addition to the Baxter Building, the quartet has also used other bases, such as the Four Freedoms Plaza and an orbital satellite. These bases not only serve as operational locations, but also as symbols of the Fantastic Four's presence and influence in the world. The group is known for its family-oriented approach and for working together as a united team, facing challenges and protecting humanity from cosmic and earthly threats. The Fantastic Four have a rich and complex history, full of exciting adventures and dramatic moments. Since their creation in 1961, the group has been one of the pillars of the Marvel Universe, inspiring generations of fans and influencing many other heroes and stories. With their unique powers and distinct personalities, Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm remain some of the most beloved and iconic characters in comics. Their stories explore themes of family, friendship, sacrifice, and heroism. AP